right, so I am updating my Pro Tools, which was, I don't know, like 2020.7 or 0.9, to the new one, the 2021.5.0, I think. Mainly because we're mixing a lot at 88.2 and we don't have enough tracks. We get at 88.2 we get 128 voices. So supposedly this jumps that. So we're gonna flip it here to screen capture, and
Now tonight we are so excited to introduce our first guest. He's been on our show before, and he's here again to lend his expertise. Please welcome celebrity vocal coach James Luo.
Okay, so wow, that was so fast and apparently easy. That was so weird. I was 2020, which I bought the whole new rig literally exactly a year ago. I think November 10th. So in another week or two, it'll be a full year. But literally the week I got it was the week that Mac introduced Big Sur. So obviously nobody wanted to go to. So when I got my new computer, it was Catalina, and then they released Pro Tools 2021 like that same week. But everybody said, "Oh no, I think at the time it was only for Big Sur," which I don't think a lot of people were switching yet. You know, they were getting ready. So anyway, needless to say, I've had this computer that was all out of date with Pro Tools that was all out of date. I go through this whole procedure of buying a new rig, and I mean dumping a lot of money into it. And like literally the day I bought it, I was already out of date. But that's kind of ironic because that happened to me when I got the computer before this. It was like immediately they went to some other Pro Tools, and I was on Mojave or whatever. But anyway, I'm still on Catalina, but now the 2021 works with Catalina, and it's 2021, I think, 0.7. Let me see. But so here's what's been going down. Let's see about Pro Tools Ultimate 2021.7.0. So here's what's been going on with Pro Tools. I'm running an HDX system, and I have 256 voices. I've been mixing a lot at 88.2, which actually gives me 128 voices, which, I mean, my template's like 70 tracks. You know, it's not 70 tracks, but there's a lot of stereo tracks. It's big. It's got all the effects, all the subs. It's got VCAs. It's got throws. It's got, you know, just everything. So the last few mixes have been a juggling act of figuring out what we can delete, what, you know, anyway. But my assistant Jace works at another studio, and he said he said about his home studio. He's like, yeah, I'm running 2021 on my computer, and I have Catalina. I'm like, well, I thought I couldn't, but now I can. And yeah, he's like, I have like whatever, like 500 or something. He's got, you know, what, he's got some kind of native rig, but he was able to do it. So anyway, I researched it, and apparently, because the max before was 256 because of the HDX card, like the single card, but now the way they work it, they integrate it with native or something, I don't know, but now you get 2048 instant or voices, which are really just mono tracks at any sample rate. So let's see. So there's Pro Tools, and it's on. We'll just double check everything, and it's looking good. Yeah, we'll just do 512 samples right now. Well, yeah, see, it's showing 128 at 88.2, but that's not the case, I don't think. You'll see. And let me just double check my I/O. So I just made... So I ended up kind of butchering a little bit of my template yesterday to import into these new records that we're mixing, and I just went back and fixed it. I added back some stuff. So here we go. So we're going to try something. Create new. We're going to call this Test 2021 at 88. Okay? We'll put this in the session drive, 88, and we will do mix template light. See, I called it light. I simplified. I wanted to simplify it anyway. All right, so here you go. Okay, so here is system usage. Oh my God, look at this. It shows under voices 2,048 voices. That's crazy. This is a nice rig. I mean, I've got the iMac with the i9 processor with 64 gigs of Mac RAM, not even the aftermarket. I got the full-on Mac Daddy. All right, so let's see. What do we want to try? Let's just not go crazy. Let's try 300. We're going to try 300 mono tracks. Please work. Good Lord. It plays. Look at that. Oh my God. And there it is. Oh man. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, we're not going to stop it. Oh man. Let's activate a little heat. Let's put the heat is on. Unbelievable, man. 300 tracks. I have 2,048 tracks. Good Lord. Can you imagine trying to mix a record with 2,000 tracks? You thought pop was hard. All right, so now this is 300 tracks. There it is. So what we're going to try now is we're going to come here. This is a great moment, and I got to tell you why. Because we've been struggling here with this. We're going to do options, so it's all, and we'll put just... It's crazy. We'll try a little of the limiter now. Maybe that's... So now this is across 300 tracks. Okay. Right, there you go. That limiter just fired it up. That's a lot for that limiter. So if we go to playback engine and we would set this to 2,000 samples. Okay. So this is with 300 Pro Ls. You think it'll work? Who thinks it'll work? Who's hoping? See, it all just went down when I did that. Let's see. Oh my God. That's just crazy. It's still running. That's 300 FabFilter. So weird, but now nothing seems to be running on the HDX card, so I don't know what that's about. I don't understand. I gotta figure this out. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely more than probably enough. So let's do this. Let's open up our template. Template. Let's get rid of, well, we'll keep that there for now. I feel good, man. I feel like we're on the precipice of greatness here. I wonder if there's a way to use some of, I don't know how this works. I don't know. Maybe we're not even using the HDX card. I mean, we got 64 gigs of RAM. We should be able to run this whole thing. I don't know. I don't really know how this works. All right, here comes the template. There it is. Input channel on the HDX is just 2. Wow, that's because, yeah, let's hit play. Oh my God, how's this possible? How is this possible? Now it's showing only 6 voices. Like, I don't understand. Look at this thing. It's massive. Maybe because they're not, a lot of these aren't audio tracks. These are, most of these are, I guess, are AUXs and VCAs. There's a couple of audio tracks. Yeah, this is the audio track. I wonder if that's what's showing input O2. Let me deinstantiate this. Make inactive. No, maybe because it's still there. I don't know. I don't want to mess with that. I don't know. So, anyway, there you go. There's my whole template. Whoa. And it's just rocking, dude. That's crazy. Okay. And I added back a couple of things I have in the template. I brought back my Voc Air, which I had gotten rid of to try to accommodate. But this is actually really nice. This revival just on some of the vocals just gives it like a lift. And I added back the throws. The BGVs, I just have a verb and an echo. I just kept it kind of simple because I think that's mostly all I would ever use. And if I do modulation, I'll just use my split harmonizer that's on the vocal. I don't know that it matters that much. I don't know. That may be an area that I want to go back to. Let me try this. Just give me a minute. Import session data. Because I saved before. This is one thing I want to keep on here. BGV mod. Yeah, let's just keep this. So now you come here. You got modulation, which has BGV mod. Oh, no. Except now I got to go. Boom. IO. I got to blow this out. You'll see. Stay with me. Boom. Yeah, so now I've got no input. So now what I could do is come here. So it ends on BGV echo. So if I come here, I've gotten very good with this IO. This IO thing it takes a little bit of finagling. Yeah, now I've got throw 1 and 2 down here, which I got to get rid of. Let me give me a minute here. Let me save where I'm at. Yeah, see, I think I brought in the wrong throws. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. These are all the way at the end. There's throw 1. And I put in aux just to remind me that the throws are auxes. I get confused. So let's save where we're at. Now let's double check our I.O. And we'll do a save as. Okay, good. See, there's my throws. So now what I can do is mod. So I can take this 101 and I can move it up to here. And we can name this BGV mod. Right? And now this could be exported back to as the template because this is a change and replace. And there you go. So now you go to BGV mod and now you bring in that, which is right here. And then you would come here and you would do the same. And you would go BGV mod. Yeah, there you go. So that would be sending your background vocals to your modulation, which I just have a little air chorus on it right now, which I think that's everything. Does it play? Look at that. I can't believe this. The top is gray. It looks a little different. System usage. Oh, I think that there was this thing here. Right, so this is UI tracks track header. No, I don't know what that's called. It doesn't really matter. It's just I'm such a weirdo, like such a creature of habit. Automation view, that would be this. Back. No, that's all right. We'll just leave it like that. That's good. Okay, so that's like the whole template. Let me Command Shift U, Command Shift B, save where I'm at. This is amazing, though. I mean, that's pretty huge, man. That's a lot going on, and I guess I don't know how this works, but it's showing 6 tracks. I don't really understand this. People are going to watch this and be like, how come you don't understand it? And I'm like, oh no, man. I just make noise. Yeah, there it is. So, oh, and I bet one thing I do have to do is this. Give me a minute. You guys can watch this. So if I go BGV effects, right, and I turn it down, I come over here. Oh, and it stayed a part of the group. What was the other thing that I added? I added air. So let's... No, that would be under parallels. So if I come... No. Let me go here and turn these up. Now if I come here and move this down, that air hopefully moved, and it did. So that's fine. Yeah, that's good. That worked. Okay. You know, just when you bring tracks in, they originally were groups, so then they just saw it and said, "Hey, we used to be a part of that thing," or something. I don't know. I just can't believe this. Look at that. That's it. So now we got BGV verb, echo, and modulation. So meaning the BGVs will be separate from the lead vocal, because that was a thing that I was always having to finagle around, and then I realized, like, wait a second, why just keep it simple? Just have an extra one. Just have separate. So here's music, plate, hall, music, mono echo. I've been using a lot more mono echoes and mono reverbs. They're kind of cool. All right. So now I'm just kind of looking through it because I did do some changing, make sure everything's cool, which it all looks good. So this is, yeah, I got rid of one of my, so I've got basically drum plate, drum AMS, which is, I took off the AMS. For some reason, my AMS reverb started making noise, and so did H delay. Maybe, maybe now with the new install, it'll be better. And then drums 224 is like just this lexicon 224. And then tom verb, percussion. That all looks good. Yep, music. 5 on the music. There's my Prince. There's all of my center, which everything looks, all parallels is good. That's it. One thing I have been noticing, and I don't fully understand why, is synth strings, right. And again, this is all with the SSL on the bottom row of every channel, just because I've really been digging on this UC1. All right. Well, it appears like everything's kind of working. So now let's open up a mix. Let's see what happens, right? All right. It's all fun and games till somebody gets their eye poked out. Let me just double check my I/O before I kill this. Right. Should have no. Right. And then what was the BGV mod, which is there. And that's it. Oh, it's a stereo. Looks good. Looks good. All right, so let's close this. Let's turn volume down. Let's open up that mix that we used to put all this together. You know the one I'm talking about. That Scooter Page mix. Living the dream. Morning After. Right, we made a template, but we're not going to open that. We're going to open up mix 2, which should be, everything should be in line. And in a perfect world, this should play. It will play. Oh, shoot. Jace just says, yes, it is. Jace just said, the template will be unstoppable now. The template's been a little bit of a bane of our existence, trying to get it to all jive. All right. So you're not going through, you're just going to hear the sound here. You're not getting full audio, but please do God, work. Please, dear God, work. Yep, that looks good. I gotta figure, but this I'm not gonna switch because yeah, this is the old. Because this one's on the old template. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. It doesn't have that vintage 2020 sound. It works. So let's take a look at system usage. Good Lord, dude, it's unbelievable. I have a feeling because this there's been times where this has been challenging. Here's my UAD. That's it. That is it. I think you the morning after let's walk and let's walk the marvelous let's go outrageous. Of course, just absolutely outrageous. This gray top is a little weird looking, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's time to evolve, Lugo. All right, so we're back from vacation. Oh, I just saved as. I shouldn't have, but that's all right. Yeah. Shouldn't have saved as. That's all right. All right. Well, there you have it. So it's phenomenally enough how to switch Pro Tools dark mode. Yeah, let's get that out of there. Right? That's too weird. I don't know. People like it. I think like people that maybe like Cubase would like it. Oh no, man, it's kind of weird. This is a dark enough reality doing this for a living. Sitting in a room by yourself all day long. All right. Well, I think we got to get a bunch of new videos starting to roll out. We got a ton of tracking going on, which some of it's going to be for, client stuff that I can't necessarily, I can't show, but I've got a lot of the mixing I can talk to them. One of them's from a label, so we wouldn't do that. Yeah, so there it is. Ah! Just kind of fanatical a little bit about this, but there you go. Boom. Done. Okay. So, you know what? Let me know, what do you... All right, so here's the deal. I got a pair of Hairball 1176s. I got a black, like a Rev D, and I've got a blue stripe Rev A. They're really nice, man. They both sound great. The Rev D sounds more normal. The blue stripe is definitely like gainier and brighter. But it's nice. I think it's going to be killer on rock vocals, that's for sure. And then I've got the pair of distressors. I've got the 500 series is loaded. I've got a pair of Neves, pair of APIs, another Neve, a Vintech, and a Obsidian in my 500. So now my mix rig is, I come out of the Burl I go into the Burl B32. I come out of the Burl B32 into the hardware GML 8200. Out of that into the Obsidian. Out of the Obsidian and back into the Burl B2 for printing. So that's kind of the quick and easy. I've also simplified my guitar rig a little bit. You know what I sold? The UA Aux. Great piece of gear. Or as they say in England, great piece of kit. But too much. It's too much simple. Right? So I've got my 3 amps, my modded Marshall, my vintage, stock Marshall, and my AC30. I've got my Kemper profiler completely ripped out with everything I love, organized. And then I've got the Fractal Axe-FX 3 MK2, the brand new one. That's enough. That's like more than enough. And they all kind of have different, I don't know if I'd say strengths, but in the way I like to use them. I love to use the Kemper just as like the greatest amp locker ever. you know, because there's amps in there that are, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that I would just never buy. You know, I'm not going to buy a Morgan amp. I'm not going to buy, you know, high watts, and I'm just not buying these kind of amps, right? So, and I really, you know, the thing with the Kemper is like 95% of all the profiles suck, but 5% are great. So, anyway, I got to take this. Peace. Okay. All right, so I was going to my wife called, so I was just ending the meeting. I was ending the meeting, but I wasn't. I was going to end the video, but let me just finish this. So, yeah, the Kemper is for that. And the Axe FX is a different thing. Very cool. A lot of good creative stuff. I love it's just the Axe FX is cool. They're both cool. Different. And then I've got my amps, which I honestly use less and less. But I'm starting a country record. I'm starting tracking guitars this week on a country record, and I'll use them on that for sure. Definitely some AC30 and Vintage Marshall. But that is it. So, yeah, I'll get back on some videos. So this was officially my 2020, my update Pro Tools 2021 video. And it appears that it's worked, right? We'll do this one more time. I can't believe I have all these tracks now. It seems like it's running a different way. Like it doesn't seem to be using, because before it'd be like when I was mixing all those HDX tracks, you know, in the system usage would be like jam. Now that doesn't seem like it's using them. So I think this has something to do with like a combination now of HDX and Pro Tools native. Yeah, if you got the skinny on it and you want to drop anything underneath, go for it. If not, no worries. Yeah. Come and watch it go. That's a huge session. So let me see what I got here. But see, it's only showing 41 voices. That's so weird. I guess I don't understand 2 input channels. Okay, input. Okay, so here's the input channel comes out on this one. You see what I'm doing? So disk cache 28%, memory. Let me play this. I'll turn the volume off. It's playing. Wow, that's just so weird. I mean, that's a pretty big session. You know, not a lot of vocal stacks, but still, that's a big session. I mean, that's got a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, look at it. And it's loaded. It's got a bunch of stuff. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Man. Yeah, it works. Now people can stop saying to me, you should just get Reaper.